Yeah, greenwashing the military that we experienced is also a new mode of how the U.S. Navy and the task force that is tasked with overseeing as their mandate the defueling process. That is a narrative, the greenwashing narrative, that they're using to justify the renewal of U.S. Army and other leases all over the islands, right? We've fucked things up so bad, and now we're being rightly and justly held accountable for environmental destruction that we need more time to clean up the mess that we made. So we should receive new leases at Makua or at Pohakuloa. The defueling plan was set for 2 years at Red Hill, which would mean that the 100 plus gallons of jet fuel that are still in the Red Hill bulk fuel storage facility would be completely defueled in the summer 2024. That's kind of what they proposed. And water protectors were like, that's 2 years. That's too long. Like, let's speed this up. But now, with not just the sort of estimation that 200,000 gallons of jet fuel have spilled since the facility was built, this massive spill in November 2021 of about 20,000 gallons of jet fuel. Now, the U.S. Navy has also spilled a forever chemical 1,300 gallons of AFFF, which is a firefighting foam substance that's only in the Red Hill bulk fuel storage facility to combat possible oil fires because it is a cache for jet fuel. 1,300 gallons of AFFF, which includes forever chemicals that are known as PFAS, spilled in November, at the end of November 2022, and actually spilled out of the facility into ground, into the earth. And so these forever chemicals are called forever chemicals because they don't break down. They don't break down naturally in the environment, and they don't break down naturally in our bodies. And so what this is now being turned into is a rationale for the defueling process to be extended, and also for the Navy to spin it in saying that we care about the environment, we care about these forever chemicals, we care about, the destruction, the pollution, the contamination, so much so that we need to have our leases renewed. But as you all pointed out, the people of Hawaii and Kanaka Maoli keep the receipts. We don't forget the dates. We know the times too. And we also understand that 130 years ago, it was the U.S. Navy that aided and supported the overthrowing of our sovereign, independent Hawaiian government. On January 17th, 1893, the USS Boston landed in Hawaii to support a white Euro-American oligarchic overthrow of our queen, Liliuokalani, in 1893. Not only is the Navy continuing to destroy our islands, but it was the arm of the U.S. military machine that supported the illegal overthrow, invasion, and occupation of our country. And so January 17th is a important day for Kanaka Maoli, but also it should be an important day for anti-imperialists and indigenous peoples all over the world, because it inaugurated this incredibly devastating regime change that continues to be this tip of the spear, right? And it will continue to try to self-perpetuate in Hawaii. But at the same time, Kanaka Maoli and our allies continue to remember that day and continue to celebrate not the devastation, but to celebrate our tradition of resistance to it. You know, my great-great-grandparents were anti-annexationists in the late 1890s. And our people today continue that tradition of anti-annexation and continue to not just ask the Navy to remediate Red Hill and to clean up their mess and to leave, but to fully deoccupy Hawaii. And so on January 17th, 1893, that regime change occurs, illegal occupation cements itself, and 130 years later, that illegal occupation continues. But Kanaka Maoli and our relatives celebrate that day with each other because of the solidarity that is necessary to get the military out of Hawaii. And so today, the day this episode releases, is the 130th anniversary of the Navy's invasion and opening up of occupation in Hawaii. So, like we said back then in 1893, and like we say today, defueling is demilitarization, and demilitarization means deoccupying Hawaii.